Hey there, want to spend less time pulling weeds? Check out Soil Shield by Modern Grower. It's the pre-cut landscape fabric solution to help you drastically reduce weed pressure. Just roll it out, staple it down, and plant. Then let it do the work for you. Say goodbye to endless weeding and hello to more free time. Plus, it's high quality, durable, and will last for years, saving you time and money in the long run. It's available in a variety of row and hole spacings to accommodate all the crops that vegetable farmers grow. Learn more about Soil Shield landscape fabric at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below. Here's a little secret. It's a lot easier to go bankrupt with debt than without it. Without debt, you really have to try hard to go bankrupt. Why is that? If you only have X dollars in the bank, then you know where your limit is. If you have $10,000 in the bank, you can only spend 10. But if you have expenses, then you start to know as your bank account gets closer to zero that, whoa, I better hold up here. It's more of a hard realization because you can see the danger approaching. The closer you get to zero, the scarier it gets. If you have a house and you spend your bank account to zero, if you have a house, if you have rent, are you really going to spend your bank account to zero using a debit card or cash? I don't think you will, because you are participating actively in taking that account from some number to zero. You're watching the number drop and draw down, and it comes time to say, do I need these Beats headphones or do I need to pay my rent next month? I'll just get the Beats headphones and watch my account go to $10 when my rent is $800. Harder to go bankrupt without debt. Now let's change the situation up here. Let's say you have a credit card. There might be a limit on your credit card, but there might as well not be a limit on your credit card because it's essentially bottomless. If the limit on your credit card is $10,000, are you really watching how close you're getting to the limit? Some extreme spenders might be. But for most of us, you're not paying attention. You can just swipe endlessly. And if you get close to the limit, it's very different than getting close to the limit of your actual cash savings. And on top of that, you can always get more credit cards. And the average person can easily, especially these days, get enough credit to absolutely bury them in debt that they will never, and that's not an exaggeration, a lot of them will never get out from under this. So here's an action point right now at this part of the lesson. If you minimize the amount of debt you have as an individual and a business, you will be better off. If you use debit cards over credit cards, you will be better off. If you get rid of some of your credit cards and just go to one credit card with a smaller limit, you will be better off. All this is just saying, take less credit on. The bad thing about credit is you don't need that much credit to actually bury you. A lot of credit cards, when you look at the statement, they'll talk about, here's your balance, and if you made the minimum payment, here's how long it would take you to actually pay this balance off, and here's how much it would cost you to pay it off. For many credit card companies, the minimum payment is only 2.5% of your monthly balance. That's shockingly low. So they only want you to pay 2.5% of the total. Why is that? Because they're going to make a ton of money off the other 97.5% that you're going to pay interest on and carry over to the next month. Let's look at an example of a credit card with a $2,000 balance. Let's say the credit card rate is 21% APR. That's how much they're going to charge you per year to borrow that $2,000, 21%. And let's say the minimum payment is, it's not 2.5, it's 4. Because if you go down to 2.5, these numbers look crazy. They're real, but they're hard to believe. So let's just start with 4. Your minimum payment is 4% of $2,000. That means $80 a month you have to pay out on that credit card if you just made the minimum. If you just made the minimum $80 monthly payment on a $2,000 balance at 21% interest, you're looking at 106 months to pay it off. It's about 8 years to pay off $2,000. It's going to cost you about $3,400 in total payments to bury that too. So you're going to have to pay $1,400 on top of the 2 if you just made the minimum. $1,400, Diego, not much. I can live with that. That's a low balance. Let's go up higher. Let's go to $10,000. And let's say we just make the minimum payment on $10,000 at the 4% minimum is $400 a month. Same APR, 21%. If you do that, you are now up to 177 months to pay off that $10,000. And you're going to have to pay about $17,600 to kill that $10,000 debt. $7,600 more than you initially took out over 177 months. This is why people don't get ahead. This is why debt is so dangerous, because you keep digging yourself deeper in it. The interest never goes away until the balance is gone. It's always hanging over your head. And keep in mind, those examples were at a minimum payment of 4%. The formula for minimum balance with most cards is just 1% of the balance plus the interest, which means this scenario gets exponentially worse. Go online. There's calculators to do this. Punch in your numbers. Look at your credit card statement if you're carrying debt right now, month to month. It's costing you a lot, and credit card debt can destroy you slowly or quickly. For a lot of us, this is in our personal life. This is really damaging. It destroys marriages. I feel bad for kids of parents who suffer from this overspending credit card debt syndrome. It's a bit of a disease. I think people might not know they're doing it. And while I'm all for capitalism, credit card lending is almost predatory, if not predatory. It's meant to make a lot of money for the banks. That is why the majority of ads online are for credit cards. You go to a coupon site online, it's deals and credit cards. Get some credit cards so you can save money on all this stuff where you're getting a slick deal. I don't think that's a coincidence. Hello, growers. If you enjoy podcasts like this one, tune into my podcast In Search of Soil on YouTube for a deep dive into the mysteries beneath our feet. Join me as I explore topics such as mycorrhizal fungi, mushrooms, compost, biochar, and more. It's a soil nerd's dream. We're going deep. We're talking to scientists about all things soil related. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or a gardener just starting out, our podcast has something for everyone. Listen in and grow with us. Check out In Search of Soil on YouTube.